when we get off this bus, it's me and you. And when Rico Dowdle walked into the stadium, he was playing that Knuck If You Buck. He was like, we knucking and bucking and ready to fight. They didn't have the right music on. Right? And the way that they approached the game was physicality. You remember what Jerry said? Cam just talked about what Jerry said. We got to stop the run. You ain't stopping yet. Rico Dowdle still running. And they're going to live off of that Green Bay Packer game because they found a way to get a tie, to get a draw in what was the Super Bowl for the Dallas Cowboys. All the Dallas Cowboys wanted to do that night, let's block Micah Parsons, not let him ruin the game. Let's not let Micah Parsons walk off this field with a win. Well, what about the rest of the season? What about the rest of the season when you're asking people that you brought in or asking the person that you brought in for him to make plays, to stop the run, to be a more physical team, to put pressure on the quarterback? Every quarterback looks good against the Dallas Cowboys because every quarterback has time.
There's something special happening in Frisco right now. Something that every Cowboys fan can feel deep down. That spark, that heartbeat that says, hold on, we're not done yet. And at the center of it all is one name that's quietly becoming the story every fan is waiting for, DeMarvion Overshown. After months of silence, rehab, and determination, the Dallas Cowboys have officially confirmed it. Overshown is on his way back. And not just eventually. We're talking soon, as in before Thanksgiving, maybe as early as Week 8. Head coach Brian Schottenheimer himself said, all signs are pointing to the next week or so. And if you saw the look in his eyes during that press conference, you could tell he meant it. This isn't coach talk. This is confidence. This is trust in a young man who's battled, fallen, and now stands ready to rise again, stronger than ever. Let's rewind for a moment. DeMarvion Overshown, the first player in Dallas Cowboys history to wear the number 0, didn't just pick that number because it looked cool. He called it his symbol of rebirth. He told DallasCowboys.com, when I put on that number 0, it's like Superman putting on his cape. It's really Agent Zero out there. And that's exactly what the Cowboys defense needs right now, a superhero to bring back energy, leadership, and fire. Overshown's story is one of grit and heart. He tore his ACL before his rookie season ever truly began in 2023. Then he came back stronger, only to suffer a second ACL injury, this time on the opposite knee, during training camp in 2024. Most players would have taken that as a career setback. Overshown turned it into fuel. He made a promise to himself to come back in 2025 and fight for NFL Comeback Player of the Year. That's not just motivation, that's destiny talking. Let's be honest, this Cowboys defense, even with all its talent, hasn't felt whole. Without Overshown, there's been a missing heartbeat at the second level. Yes, James Houston has stepped up. Yes, Kenny Clark and Osa Odigizua have given this team muscle up front, but the linebacker room hasn't had that sideline-to-sideline emotional playmaker who sets the tone on every snap. That's where Overshown changes everything. If you go back and watch his preseason tape from 2023, you'll remember exactly what he brings. Explosive closing speed, precise pursuit angles, and a motor that doesn't stop. He reads plays before they develop. He hits like he's trying to end drives, not just tackles. And he celebrates like he's playing for something bigger, because he is. When he's on the field, the Cowboys play faster. The defense communicates better. The crowd feels alive. That's not analytics, that's energy. And it's contagious. This comeback isn't just symbolic, it's strategic. The Cowboys are about to enter one of the most brutal stretches of their 2025 schedule. 3 games in 12 days, division matchups that could define the playoff picture. And Brian Schottenheimer knows that having Overshown back right before that stretch could change the entire rhythm of this team. By opening his 21-day practice window in Week 8, the Cowboys can evaluate him carefully, slowly ramping up his workload without rushing. It's smart management, and it shows Schottenheimer's evolution as a head coach, learning from the team's past mistakes of forcing early returns. They want Overshown ready for war, not just for show. Add in the timing of the bye week, and you can almost see the blueprint forming. Week 8, limited reps. Week 9, gradual rotation. Post-bye, full Agent Zero unleashed. And when that happens, this defense could go from inconsistent to complete. There's something you can't teach, and Overshown has it: presence. He's not the loudest guy in the room, but when he talks, people listen. Even as a rookie rehabbing off the field, he was one of the most visible and vocal supporters during team practices. Reporters from The Athletic wrote that he was the loudest voice on the sideline, constantly hyping up teammates, helping the younger linebackers with film review, and reminding everyone that leadership isn't just about playing time, it's about belief. Players like that make a difference. Overshown's return isn't just about tackles and stats, it's about restoring confidence and identity. The Cowboys have been searching for that emotional leader ever since Micah Parsons left. Now, maybe just maybe, Overshown is ready to step into that role. When Overshown takes the field again, it's not just one player coming back. It's a ripple effect. Defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus will finally be able to get creative again with his fronts and alignments. Overshown's versatility allows him to blitz off the edge, drop into coverage, and spy athletic quarterbacks, all from the same look. That's something Dallas has missed dearly. In 2023, the Cowboys ranked top 5 in defensive efficiency. In 2025, they fall into the middle of the pack. Too many missed tackles, too many big runs allowed on the perimeter. Overshown changes that immediately. He's a linebacker who plays with a safety speed and a defensive end's aggression. He turns broken plays into highlights, chaos into control. And when you add that to a defense that's already loaded with playmakers like Houston, Clark, and Osa Odigizua, you're talking about a front seven that can finally dominate again. It's easy to get frustrated after the loss to Carolina. It's easy to point fingers, to question the leadership, to doubt whether this team has what it takes to go the distance. But the truth is, this season isn't over. Not even close. The return of DeMarvion Overshown could be the turning point the Cowboys have been waiting for. He's not just a spark on defense, he's a statement of resilience. And if there's one thing this Dallas team has shown under Schottenheimer, it's that they respond to adversity. They may bend, but they don't break. And with Overshown stepping back into that locker room, this defense will finally have its soul again. Overshown's journey isn't just a football story. It's a story of perseverance, faith, and purpose. 2 ACL tears, 2 full rehabs, 2 years of watching from the sideline. Yet he never lost his fire. He never lost that belief that he was meant to be out there under the bright lights of AT&T Stadium, with the star on his helmet representing something bigger than himself. That's what makes Cowboys football different. It's not just about the wins, it's about the fight. And when Overshown runs through that tunnel again, wearing that number 0 jersey, you'll feel it. The energy, the redemption, the pride. Because some players come back, but Agent Zero, he returns. Cowboys Nation, this is your moment too. This team has been hit, criticized, and doubted more times than we can count. But through it all, there's one thing that doesn't change. We show up, we believe, we fight. DeMarvion Overshown's return is a reflection of that same spirit, never giving up no matter how hard the road gets. So when he steps back on that field, remember what that means. It's not just another player coming back from injury. It's the Cowboys getting back a piece of their heart. This is Dallas Insider, and I'm telling you right now, the storm may have hit, but the star still shined. And when Agent Zero finally takes that field again, you'll see it too. Now I want to hear from you, Cowboys Nation. Do you believe Overshown's return can spark a defensive turnaround? Can Agent Zero be the key that brings this team back to elite form? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, hit that like button if you believe in the comeback, and don't forget to subscribe, because this story is just beginning. Dallas football isn't dead, it's reloading. And the return of DeMarvion Overshown might just be the moment everything changes.